leaves. This is 28, Moonshiner 28, whatever you want to call it. People call this section of it the Hellbender. Let's click a little picture with the phone. I like to come down sometime when they got water shooting out of those. I don't know what they're, overflow tubes or whatever they are. It'd be pretty cool. This is Fontana Dam. It's the big one, the big boy. Just the smells out here. Just the grasses and the trees. It's so pure. There's no big cities or near here. Snake in the road. So straight up the hill from the bottom of Fontana Dam, we have Fontana Village Resort. That's where that lodge is. They have a gas station here. You can buy beer in there, snacks. There they have a general store. It's some basic groceries, ice cream shop if it's still open. Up there's the pool with the lazy river. Over here to the right are all the cabins. They go clear up that hill. Range from like 2-bedroom to 4-bedroom. They got a bunch of other stuff around here too. Right there's the Wildwood Grill. Decent food, drink. It's an event center, I believe. It's more cabins. Up to the right is that lodge. I'm not going to go up there. It's just a U-turn. We have frisbee golf. I'm gonna go back out to the main road here. Well, I still got some battery left on the old cameras. I'm gonna go down to the top of the dam. It's down here last month and they had it shut, barricaded where you couldn't drive across the top. Hopefully that's opened back up now. Again, there's the Appalachia Trail right there. Rough. Oh, big holes. Target fixated on them suckers. Fontana Dam. This takes you to the top. Fontana Lake on the right. That Valley Gorge where we were at a little while ago on the left. And if we're lucky, we can drive across the top. We'll see here in just about a minute. Hey, it's open. We are on top of the dam. It's actually the Smoky Mountain National Park to the right here. I've mentioned the Appalachian Trail multiple times, and the trail itself goes across the top of the dam here. And that's it. That road just goes to a parking lot. The other one goes to goes up into the trees. Just kind of dead ends at a gate, I think. Took a cool picture of my bike sitting sideways on this bridge. I think I'm going to do it with this bike. It's a long way down. We were sitting in that parking lot right down there just a few moments ago. Pretty cool thing about this dam is that it's still curing, I guess is what they say. So when it cures, it expands. So to keep it from bulging or cracking or whatever, they cut these relief lines all the way through the dam. On the website I read they have to do it every so many years. It's just a big cable saw and they cut all the way through the dam. So here's another one. Can't remember how many times they've done it. There's another one. Maybe that's why it was closed the last time we were here. I suppose once the dam is done curing, the concrete from deep down inside, they won't have to do that anymore. Or maybe it's just got something to do with the geographical area. Don't remember. I just remember watching like a YouTube video or whatever it was about how they cut right through the center of it. And pretty much the gap they create with the cable saw just closes up behind it as it travels through. And it just takes like, I don't remember what it is, 5/8 of an inch or something. Look it up. I did. Do a little loop-de-doop through the parking lot. There's some cool little displays inside that building about the whole valley of the system of hydroelectric dams. It's like a 3D map in there. It shows the whole area and the whole system. And there's bathrooms here, if you gots to go. So these gates right here, when they open up, it goes down those big tubes that we've seen down below. Just a bunch of history in there. This dam system was originally built for the production of aluminum for the war, back in the war effort. So they were built in the 30s and 40s. Town where the airport is outside of Knoxville, it's Alcoa. It's a very big producer of aluminum during the war. These dams helped supply power for those plants. help build airplanes and whatever else you need aluminum for. Mostly airplanes, I would suppose. There's nobody here. Let's just ride up on the sidewalk. Get a little view of the lake. Fontana Lake. The other side is the Great Smoky Mountain National Park. I guess there was some towns that got buried when this lake was put in. People were cut off from cemeteries that were on the other side. So the government promised all the locals a road to access all those old cemeteries and properties on the other side of the lake. And they started to build that road, and something to do with environmental this, that, or other. I don't remember. I know, I'm a terrible storyteller. Anyway, something environmental. They started building tunnels, and there is one tunnel over there. The road ends at that tunnel because they weren't allowed to go any further due to environmental or geological reasons. So now that road, since the road never got put in, the locals were still promised access to those burial grounds and cemeteries on the other side. And from what I understand, if you're a direct descendant, kind of like one of those grandfathered in deals, you want access to the cemeteries, you can, these people can notify somebody down at the Fontana Marina, and there's a designated boat and person that will boat you across the lake to visit those sites. Not just, I don't think it's just anybody, but I think I'm sure there's stipulations of all that. And so now that that road they started to put that road in. You could ride on that road, drive on it. It's over there. It's out just outside of Bryson City, and they call it the Road to Nowhere because that's exactly what it is. I mean, I'm sure there's some hiking and outdoor activities off that road, but the road itself is a road to nowhere. It ends at that tunnel. And where the road was supposed to go in at, I do believe there's a hiking path. Go through that tunnel, and it continues on to a hiking path. And then that hiking path, I think, comes out at the opposite end of the Fontana Dam. I think that's where the road was supposed to end up coming out at. And it never happened. This is actually new for me. I've never been out here before. This is the marina. Never been over here. Just thought I'd go down this road and check it out. Looks like the lake's down quite a bit. A big old floating marina. That's neat. So yeah, there's a lot of history and things to see around here other than just hauling ass on motorcycle roads. Of course, you could go over to Smoky Mountain National Park, take advantage of all it has to offer, but there's a lot of people over there taking advantage of what it has to offer. Not very hospitable to riding. A lot of bumper to bumper minivans. I'll go there and ride through every now and then, but I think I more or less just do it to remind myself of why I don't do it. Now, if you do go over to Cades Cove, outside of Mears Valley and Townsend, you could get on Parsons Branch Road. It's off of Cades Cove, so you got to take the touristy loop to get to it. But Parsons Branch Road is a one-way, semi-maintained dirt road that goes through the woods, kind of like a forest road. Some of the guys that ride out west and stuff won't think it's anything out of the ordinary, but around here you won't get a whole lot of that stuff. And Parsons Branch will bring you right out on the tail of the dragon, a couple miles from the state line. So nice little dual sport, or you got your pickup truck. It's got a little bit of ground clearance. You do have water crossings. I don't want to call them rivers, stream crossings on the road. But, most of the stream crossings are concreted or have some pretty thick gravel lay in them. So they wouldn't be a problem with a standard car, but there are a couple sections where standard car clearance, like ground clearance, would drag. You'd make it through, but you would drag. But just your basic stock pickup truck would make it through just fine. I'm just kind of puttering now. This section of 28 is just all these nice long sweepers. When the speed limit was 55, it was glorious to roll through here. You know, 60, 65. Nobody can even look at you if you're going that fast. You can have a hell of a good time. What am I doing? Speed limit. Nope. Speed limit's 40 now. I'm just doing 50 there. It's still fun. Just kind of glide through these. Sure how much of my battery I got left. Also, I thought it would die before now, but just keep her rolling until she dies. I'm gonna finish this ride by going down and hitting that Yellow Creek Road again. Take that back over to 129. Go back to the room, start cracking some cold ones.